Hello friends, welcome to the new video. All expenses paid, weekend, read, 3 days, vacation to the home destination of the winner's choice. These were the bets I made with my husband in the winter of 2021 to 2022, still in the grip of the pandemic, when And Just Like That premiered. After 6 seasons and 2 feature films of Sex and the City, this series premiere was conspicuously missing one element: Samantha Jones, the quartet of women famously roaming the streets of New York City. A quarter of a portion. And their love lives in the late 90s and early 90s when the HBO series ran its famous course. HBO and Max are part of Warner Brothers Discovery, as is CNN. Jones, the sex-positive PR maven who added a certain spice to the proceedings, was of course played by Kim Cattrall, the 80s movie star of Mannequin and Big Trouble in Little China fame. But after the Emmy-winning series ended in 2004, with the 2008 Sex and the City feature film and the poorly received 2010 sequel, Cattrall refused to appear in a third film that never happened. Happened when And Just Like That was being created. Cattrall had moved on from the franchise and was not asked to be a part of it. After all, my husband was convinced that somehow, Cattrall would eventually show up as the character again during the run of And Just Like That. I, on the other hand, was pretty sure it would never happen. And so, the terms were simple: Cattrall, as Samantha, would have to appear in front of the camera at any point before the new series ended. And while I was wary of seeing too many direct references to Samantha in the first season of And Just Like That, including the funeral flowers to comfort Carrie, Sarah Jessica Parker, after losing Mr. Big. Also included was the excellent FedExing of, plus their constant text communication. By the end of the season, I was safe. It wasn't until late May of this year, a few weeks before the show's second season premiered, that it was leaked that Cattrall would in fact be reprising her role as Samantha. As it happens, I was finishing up my workday at CNN's New York office, while my husband was waiting for me in a nearby park. In fact, he was the one who broke the news to me, sending me an item on social media. A coworker, clearly not a Sex and the City fan, asked me if it was a big deal, to which I replied, "Yeah, it's a big deal." What made the development so shocking? On par, I'd say, with other iconic TV moments like Who Shot JR? On Dallas. Cattrall made it clear that playing Samantha was firmly in the past for her. In early 2017, she specifically said, "It's about a clear decision, an empowering decision to end one chapter in my life and start another. It's a great part. I've finished it. Played beyond the line and then some, and I loved it." Last year, she also participated in a Variety Power of Women event, for which she was an honoree, built around the power of saying no, which of course was in reference to more than asking Samantha not to play, but it certainly worked as motivation. Not to mention, Cattrall and Parker have had public comments suggesting tension between the former castmates, Cattrall's 2017 interview with Piers Morgan, and Parker's remarks about Andy Cohen, as well as Variety in a recent item in which she stated that she would not be relieved to have Cattrall return to the franchise. And yet, my husband remained convinced that Cattrall would return one day, even in some kind of standalone scenario, if for no other reason than money talks and bullwalking. Ultimately, of course, it was the right sentiment, as Cattrall made a sly reference to his discussion of his upcoming Season 2 finale cameo during The View in June, when he said he was head of HBO, received a call from asking him to appear in the series. "Let me be creative," Cattrall recalled saying, adding that one of his requirements was to once again enlist friend and longtime collaborator Patricia Field as her costume designer for Samantha. The lesson here, as powerful as saying no is, it's also important to know when it's okay to change your mind. This week, we'll get another look at Cattrall's most famous character, but don't get your hopes up for Samantha in the series' newly greenlit Season 3. Cattrall has gone on record saying that the cameo is as far as it goes. That he will go. Thanks for watching our videos.